Hello everyone, this is Rod from Diaspora Kicking the Bobo. Just coming to you with another episode on my channel here. Today we're going to be talking about the completion of my fence. We're going to be talking about the cost of the fence, some of the mistakes that I made, not the builders, but the mistakes I made in planning. Some information that I should have known, and maybe they should have told me too, but I think they did tell me, I just didn't understand, So the thing about it is I'm sitting here in my backyard, just got through cleaning up today. But back to the subject, a lot of us, when we buy our land on a plot. We buy 2 plots, or we buy 3 plots, or 4 plots, which equals out to an acre. And we don't take into account, when we're building a house, the cost of the fence. In Liberia, it is not cheap to build a fence. It is not cheap. When you're buying land and you're putting a fence around a plot of land, that plot of land depends on where you're at, can cost you anything, but that fence could cost you up to $8,000. The first phase could be $4,000. The second phase could be $5,000 or $4,000. It all depends on who's doing your fence, how high the fence is. My fence is 6 feet high. So when you doing a fence and it's about a plot of land, of course it's going to be cheaper than the 2 plots or 3 plots or 4 plots. But that first phase is when they put the foundation down in it, and then they get through with that first phase, then they go to the second phase, and then it's like, $8,000, and you got your fence, which is, to me, is still high, and then you got the 2 plots of land. Man, that could be close to, I say maybe $22,000. Depends on how high it is. If it's 8 feet, 6 feet, 7 feet, depends on what you want. The first phase could be $10,000. The second phase could be $10,000. My fence is 3 plots. So that could be up to $27,000. But my mistake is that I should have asked more questions. Or maybe some of those questions, when I said that's kind of high, they could have said, well, we could do this or we can do that. And I think she did. But I wasn't paying any attention. And the thing about it is that you could build your house on 3 plots of land and only put a fence around the plot where your house is going to be, and then use some other type of fencing where you're going to have your gardens and different things like that, and then it can still look nice, But the thing about it is, ask questions, because you got to understand, now I didn't put that much money into the fence. Now, a lot of that is going to be taken off the house. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the way it is. You got to think your way through this stuff. Because if you don't, sometimes people just ain't going to volunteer information. You got to be able to say, hey, if I do this, how much would this cost? If I don't do this, how much would this cost? Can I do this? Can I not do this? And remember, you're the customer. You're paying. You can do whatever you want to do. Yeah. You can do whatever you want to do, and I'm not upset about it because I can afford it. But the problem is that, could have been a little bit better, could have been better, and guess what? When you get through with the fence, with all that money, that's not including plastering the fence. That's not including painting the fence. That's not including the gate door for the fence. So you're still talking about maybe $2,000-$3,000 more for the fence once they get through with it. Now, don't get me wrong, these fences be looking really, really nice, but it's not cheap. So when you're thinking about buying your house, you should basically budget for the fence and then the house, or just have your fence money separate from your house money. Now, I haven't talked about this ever, but also too, what's not going to be a part of the house, it's going to be the borehole. Depends on how much the borehole costs. I know a year ago in Liberia, I saw somebody do a borehole for $3,000. You know, hopefully it hasn't went up that much more, you know. So things are starting to get expensive, you know. So whatever you're going to do, you need to decide to do it now. And this is all over Africa, because it is starting to get out there that Africa is the place to be. And so these people know this, and they're starting to raise these prices up on the houses, everything. A house that cost you $65,000 a year ago could be $70,000 this year, and $80,000 next year. So whatever you decide you want to do, you need to go ahead on and do it, because it's starting to get more expensive. And I wanted to let you all know this. And I'm going to be showing you an example of my completed fence, and you be the judge. Now, don't get me wrong, the fence is done nice, but it's not plastered and it's not painted, and it doesn't have the gate. Now, I never thought that the gate door was going to come with the fence, so I didn't think that at all, you know. But and you'll see, you know. So make sure you are careful in what you're doing when it comes to the fence, because that's going to be a bulk. A lot of your money is that fence. And remember, one plot is less than 2 plots, and 2 plots is less than 3 plots. So if you got the 3 plots, make sure you want to do only a plot for your fence around your house. And then the rest of it, you can fence off as a garden or whatever you want to do, something else, you know, because it's a lot of money. A lot of money. And they're not conning you. Hey, they break it down into numbers of how much everything costs. They don't fool you. They don't con you. They're going to put it in that letter saying, this is how much we pay our people. This is how much the cement costs. This is how much the rocks cost. This is how much traveling, gas, the trucks, everything. They ain't cheating you. So don't think that. And with that, I'm going to show you pictures of the completed fence. All right, thank you. Till next time. Bye.
premier purpose is to get final report. That's I left the feed. Must if I leave the feed today, go 2-3 hours to send your money. Once I confirm that the work is completed,